All right, so if you're in the world of academia, you know the pressure to publish is real. But once all that hard research is done, you hit a fork in the road. How do you actually get your manuscript ready for the world? Today, we're going to dive into the two main ways you can get support and figure out which one is the right fit for you.
So let's kick things off with a big question, maybe the most important one. What's the real difference between a paper that just gets published and one that actually makes an impact? This question, it really gets to the heart of what it means to build a career in research. Because let's be honest, in today's landscape, just getting your name in print, it's often not enough.
For any researcher, publishing can feel like you're running a gauntlet, right? The competition is just fierce, the standards are incredibly high, and the pressure is always on. It's not just about sharing your amazing work, it's about getting it into the right journals. The ones that people actually read, the ones that build your reputation and really move your career forward.
What this all means is that the game has changed. The real currency in academia today, it's visibility, its citations, and its recognition from your peers. An impactful paper is one that becomes part of that global conversation. And, well, that requires a real strategy right from the very beginning.
So what kind of help is actually out there? When you're trying to get your manuscript ready to go, you've basically got two main options on the table. Let's break down what these two very different paths look like.
First up, you've got your traditional journal support. The best way to think of this is like a polishing service. It's the conventional path, and it focuses on the fundamentals. Proofreading, fixing grammar, and just making sure your language is crystal clear. It's usually more affordable, and it's a great option for a manuscript that's already solid, but just needs that final professional shine.
Now, on the other side of the coin, you have Scopus-Indexed Journal services. This isn't just a polishing service, this is more like having a strategic partner. It's a highly specialized end-to-end system that's built from the ground up to help you navigate the super competitive world of top-tier Scopus-Indexed journals. This is the path for researchers who are really aiming for maximum impact.
Okay, so let's really put these two head-to-head. How do they actually stack up against each other when you get down to the details? We're going to look at everything from the scope of the work they do to the long-term benefits for your career.
And when you see them side by side, the differences are, well, they're pretty huge. Traditional support, it's really narrowly focused on language editing, usually for regional journals. It improves the manuscript itself, which is great. But Scopus services, that's a whole different ballgame. We're talking end-to-end support from subject matter experts aiming for those prestigious journals to really build your career. It's a clear choice between improving a manuscript and building your entire professional credibility.
Let's dig a little deeper on the editing itself. Traditional support pretty much stops at grammar and flow. Scopus services, though, they go so much further. They're giving you substantive feedback on your actual content, helping you clarify your data, and even suggesting changes to the structure to make your argument more powerful, to make it the kind of thing top journals are looking for.
And the advantages don't stop there. With Scopus services, you're not just getting an editor, you're getting a guide. They help you pick the right journal, which is a massive hurdle all by itself. They actually coach you on how to respond to peer reviewer comments, which, as you know, is a critical skill. And the result of all this? Higher acceptance rates and way more visibility for your research.
And all of this leads to the next big factor for everyone, time. We all want to get our work out there as efficiently as possible, right? So how do these services affect your timeline? It really comes down to a question of where you invest your effort.
This is a classic pay now or pay later scenario. Traditional support can feel a lot faster at the beginning because it's a quick polish. But once that's done, you're on your own for all the heavy lifting, the rewrites, choosing journals, dealing with rejections. Scopus services, they require more collaboration up front for sure, but they streamline that entire back-end process, which can literally save you months of frustrating resubmissions and revisions.
As one source puts it so well, a quick fix that just leads to a rejection isn't really fast at all, is it? Taking a more strategic, thorough approach from the start, even if it feels more intensive, can end up saving you a ton of time before you get that final acceptance. It's all about playing the long game.
All right, so with all that on the table, how in the world do you decide which path is for you? Well, the answer really depends on your specific goals, your budget, and frankly, where you are in your career right now. Let's walk through the decision.
Now, to be super clear, traditional support is absolutely the right call in certain situations. If you're new to publishing and you just want to get your feet wet, this is a great way to start. Or if you're working with a tight budget or your paper is already in fantastic shape and just needs that final polish for a local journal, then yes, this is a smart, effective option.
But if your ambitions are different, then your choice should probably be different too.
If you are aiming for that global stage, if you're targeting those high-impact journals, and if you see publishing as a key piece of your long-term career strategy, then investing in a strategic partner through Scopus services is the path that's really aligned with those goals.
So, in the end, the choice really boils down to this one powerful question. Are you just trying to get a short-term publication, or are you trying to build a foundation for long-term impact? Your answer to that question, well, it will tell you exactly which path is yours.